Before we jump into Logic, let's just familiarize ourselves with the operating system so that we know how to control and find our files and launch applications, for example. So at the bottom of the screen, this is our dock. These are shortcuts to the different applications that you are using. You can choose to remove or add more as and when you install them on the computer. If we go to this Apple symbol, this will firstly give you information about the Mac. It will also allow you to go to System Preferences, where you can change the display and the sound configuration, as well as screensaver options, desktop pictures, and anything else to do with the computer. The bold word across the top is the application that we are currently using. So Finder is the base application that we are able to navigate through the Mac operating system. So if I press Command and N, it will create a new Finder window. So currently, the top of the window, it will give you a name of some description, which will indicate which folder or where you are looking at on the computer. So just having a look at this Finder window, we've got three little buttons. So we've got the close window, minimize and maximize. So these will be familiar and will be visible in pretty much every application that you use. So obviously the red button will close this window, we'll get rid of it. The yellow button will minimize it down onto the dock to the far right hand side. And the green button will maximize the window so that you are now in full screen, removing the dock and the menu bars. If we press the full screen button again, it goes back to how it was. Now, these are the different ways of viewing your files. I would recommend that you use the column view so that you can see how files are related to folders and you can see your whole kind of file path. So the house image is essentially your working area. Obviously it will have a different name, but this is where you have the basic folders for storing different types of media and documents. So by default, you will definitely have downloads, movies, music, and pictures. Music, this is where, when we're working in Logic, if you press save, this is where it will try to save any projects. Now, to try and be more organized, I've also created a samples folder here where I have collated several different sample packs that I quite like, so that I have access to them and they are in the same area on my computer. So to launch an app, all you do is click on it. So for example, if I click on System Preferences, it opens your System Preferences window, and then you will have these familiar little buttons again where you can get rid of it and minimize it. And now at the top of the screen, you can see that the System Preferences is the application that is being used. So if I change to my Finder window, there it is. You can see that now whichever app I have selected, it shows me this at the top. And not only that, but it changes the menu somewhat so that contextual items that come down are related to the application that you have open. So here's another one I have. And obviously when you open Logic, this will then be given its own menu bar. If we delete something on the computer, it goes to the recycling bin. I can choose to put it back, or I can empty the trash, which will get rid of information on the computer that you do no longer need.